Yeah, fair, fair. Um, yeah, nice. Well, thanks everyone for joining. If you'd like to keep the chat going, I will be over on YouTube as well. Only because they have extra caution on it. I just reckon it's stiff with some dangerous tackles. Yeah, it is. It is, isn't it? I mean, it does feel stiff. I kind of feel like it might evaporate that importance on trades as well. It takes away a bit of that. Do I trade him? Do I not? But yeah, I'm certainly open to all ideas. There'll be some that makes great sense, and then there'll be others that probably the Supercoach HQ guys might not like. But um, yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone. It's good fun doing the Gridley, doing the footy grid. Yeah, as you can see, we're nearly losing our phone here, but we are over on YouTube right now. I'm going to take this one out. Jesus, as I just drop shit everywhere. But yeah, if you want to keep rolling, we will be over here on YouTube. But yeah, thanks for joining in. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks, guys. How's it going, guys? What's up? Just going to chuck this one um, into YouTube. We're not at 100% here. I'm not feeling crash hot, but to run myself from the ground a little bit. But we're still cracking in. We're still cracking in. Even at the day off work today, but I desperately need a good sleep, but I can't buy a good sleep. I'm just yeah, not sleeping too well if I'm being honest. Don't know why. Alright, let's chuck this in. My apologies. Alright, I saw Amusement's name bob up straight away. There is West Coast. Fucking West Coast, he says. Oh, mate. What are the doggies doing? What are they doing, man? Hey, Harvey, what's going on? I can't start my streak again this week. Oh, no. I was waiting on your channel for 5 minutes and still can't get the first comment. I know I was running a smidgen late, wasn't I? But good to see you, mate. Your Saints just done us, man. You did us like a dinner. The music says, please, Daddy Horty, let the puppies win this week to make my Sunday watchable. Oh, man. I think you will win, to be honest. The Cats got nothing to play for. Cameron's out, buddy. Hawkins might be out. Stanley's probably out. On top of all, like Brad Close as well. So it'll be tough. It'll be tough for us. Amusement straight up. Do you like pineapples? Not so much, man. Not so much of a pineapple guy. I do like them as a drink, though. Big pina colada fan. Pineapple cruiser guy. So yeah. Baslenka, Jezza and Hawkins out for good. Out good for dogs. See you Saturday night at the game, sure. Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, to be honest, I was 50-50 about going because, like, if something was on Saturday night, I was going to be there, but don't know if there is. So, yeah, we'll see. But hey, I wouldn't want to let you down, mate. So I might have to get there. Harvey up the Saints. Robrado says, does LDU play this week? Please say yes. Well, let me have a look. Let's have a read. He has been a nightmare. That's two laid outs by him with a foot injury. So don't know if that fills us with confidence. I'm trying to look for a more recent article. Excuse me. Sorry. I'll try. I'll start muting this when I'm coughing. All this says is that Alistair Clark. Fuck! It just moved. It moved on me. Alistair Clarkson will need to replace both the retiring Jack Siebel and injured co-captain Luke McDonald, while Luke Davies-Uniacke will hope to return from a foot issue. Doesn't fill us with confidence. I would say he is likely to return. I wouldn't put your house on it either because, if he's 50-50 touch and go, like North don't have anything to play for. In fact, they wouldn't mind losing. And I'm not saying they're tanking, but you know what I mean? They're back in that number one spot draft pick selection. So Harvey says he's in doubt. Robrado says, I was 53rd overall before last week. Wow. Where are you now, mate? That's awesome. With that sort of form, you need to get the channel going, man. That's good stuff. Amusement. What's your deepest, darkest secret? Jesus, bro. I'm not sure we're going to go too dark there. Nah, you can ask me anything if you want, but I'll choose whether I answer it. 60-second from Robrado. Had to play marriage to cover him. Yeah, jeez. That's a brutal blow. That is a brutal blow. Late outs they just kill you. Absolutely kill you. Oh, Jonas. Kangas are going to get end of round one pick 19 for Ben Mackay. Now they have pick one. Barely worth that, just living off his brother's name. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's played some good footy, hasn't he? But he's never quite been a consistent dominant player. More of a shutdown player. Doesn't give you too much the other way. He's not the nicest user. So answer it, champ. Man, if you're going to champ me, bro, I'm no chance of answering it. Hey, big fella, what's going on, mate? How are we? Frank, what's going on? He says, hi, Shorty, how are you? To be honest, not great. Today was a bit of a tough day. Bit under the weather, didn't go to work, and just wasn't feeling the greatest on all fronts, really. So it was just a bit of a struggle, but I was looking forward to it more than normal, actually, because I was a bit stuck in my own head today. Robrado apparently hurt his foot surfing during the week. What a joke. No way. Come on, Luke. Save the surfing for the off-season, man. Come on. Nah, I'm sure he probably surfs every week, but that is frustrating. Big fella, good mate. You, yeah, not too. As I said before, probably had better days. Feeling better now, but hopefully a good night's sleep will get me to work tomorrow. But yeah, I was a bit lost today. I was a bit rattled, like just a lot of time with my own thoughts, and I was just a bit all over the shop, to be honest. But here we go. What's amusement got for us? What is your greatest accomplishment? Jeez, he loves a deep one. Greatest accomplishment. It's wide ranging. It is wide ranging. I mean, I'm pretty proud of like the friends and family I have. Like, that's not just a purely me accomplishment, but I've always felt like I had pretty good mates around me and family, which is cool. And probably from a work sense, I've had two career paths, which I've both landed jobs that I was striving for. So that was, pretty pleasing from like a job point of view. Frank, how did you go in Supercoach? Are you in the GF? Scored 2,476, mate, which was brutal because I had James Sicily as captain, had Marshall as VC, and I'm thinking, how good is this? And then Saturday night, I realised, don't have a loophole guy, do I? I've got no floating donut. They've all played. So I was like, shit. I was fully invested in my Supercoach draft. You might have seen my video throughout the week. So I won my draft league which we've got a trophy and everything. I just got it the other day. Um, so I was fully invested in that, which I was really pleased to get. Um, but yeah, didn't I think I'm in one grand final for Classic, but it's not one that I care too much about. But yeah, how about yourself, mate? Harvey says Geelong look like 50-year-olds out there. We smashed you on the rebound, speed and scoring. Oh yeah, I can't argue with you there, mate. I can't. We did. We looked slow. We looked lethargic, and you boys, yeah, you tore us apart. I mean, we definitely do need to add some youth, add some speed, certainly from the back half as well. But no, nothing really worked for us, did it? Big fella says that's crap. Hopefully feel better soon. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I appreciate that. Um, yeah, just had my whole routine thrown out today. I felt so, like I definitely needed the day off. I woke up like trash, so definitely needed it. But um, yeah, sort of when you got a Wednesday off, no one else has it off, and you're just kind of feeling a bit like you got no motivation. And yeah, it was just a bit of a average day. Amusement. Why should we hire you? I'm a passionate guy, mate, and good banter. Got that good banter around the office for you, mate. Oh, Western Port. Here we go. I hope you're happy, Horty. I have a test tomorrow and I'm supposed to be studying. Then I saw your stream pop up. Oh, mate. Credit to you, bro. That is full commitment. Um, but maybe do a bit of both, mate. I mean, I'm gonna. What do you got a test for? I don't want to get you failing school or something. Frank's in my cash league grand final, but I've no trades and have to play Mills. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Mills. He's not playing that role that we have seen him play previously. Like he was hard tagging on the weekend. Um, so yeah, a bit of a rough one. Bit of a rough one. I mean, he's normally been good for at least 90. Like last week was shocking. Um, so hopefully for your sake, mate, he can bob back up. But it'll be interesting to see how he goes like next year as well. Whether he returns like with a good preseason and some continuity, whether he returns to like that number one mid spot or have Goulden and Warner like sort of move past him in that department. I'm not sure. Um, and in theory, this is our last home and away live. So I will do like a quiz night in the coming weeks. I'm not really sure when that'll fall. Um, but yeah, it's been a bit of fun, eh? So it's a bit of a pity to end it when I'm feeling pretty shit ass, but we're soldiering through. We are powering through. Amusement says 3 weeks of class, excluding exams, left for yours truly and the school journey. Fun times. How good's that? Yeah, man. I remember those last few weeks of school. It was so good. Like, obviously, there's a bit of pressure with exams and that type of thing, but just that feeling of being done from school, which has been something that has just been part of life forever. That was such a nice feeling. I was because I didn't really like school that much. Like I was okay at it, but I was done with it by the time year 12 came around, and it's a great feeling walking out of school for that very last time. Western Port has chemistry. He hates chem. Oh no, mate. Oh man, I did chem in like I reckon I did it year 10. Didn't mind it. Did it in year 11. Just went right over my head. And I think in the first few weeks I was like, is there still time for me to swap this subject because I'm out of here? And I did, far out. I had no idea what I was doing. Frank, I won't pick him again regarding Mills. Yeah, fair call, man. That is fair call. Um, I think I'm with you. I'd have to see some insane preseason. But yeah, he might have just had his time, like career best couple of years, and he's going to be a good player. He'll represent value, and he's probably a good draft, Supercoach draft pick. But yeah, classic would be a risk. And no baggers, hey? Where is baggers? This is crazy scenes. Ray Brado says, what do you do for work, Shorty? Just at a school in student wellbeing. So just at a secondary school, just supporting the students, mate. So yeah, Jonas, the only question people care about, Shorty, who will be the super coach whore of 2024? Oh, Jesus. Define whore, mate. Who everyone's jumping on. Is that what you're trying to say? um, yeah, there'll be some value out there. I feel as if like Sheasel will be very popular, even though he'll be a good average, like good price. I feel like that defensive element that it'll have, everyone will feel like they're just getting a second chance at Nick Dacos. I think he'll be pretty popular. But um, Big Fella says, who are you thinking of starting next year? Also, who do you think will break out? Kitty Coleman's one that I've been talking about as a breakout contender. Um, Hayden Young, I think he could be someone if he continues on this real good midfield form. Um, I'm sort of looking at like could Tuke Miller bounce back to his very best? What happens at the trade table? Like Brody Grundy, does Sean Darcy move? And therefore that brings Luke Jackson right into it. I think Bailey Smith will move, and I think he'll be a really good selection. Um, but yeah, I honestly haven't done too much looking into next year. Um, I think there'll also be a little bit of that, the new guard in the midfield. Like for years, it's been, Pendlebury and like Oliver and Cripps and that type of thing. I wouldn't be surprised if now it's like Tom Green, Zach Butters, those type of guys, Luke Davis Uniac. Amusement says, I don't even need my ATAR anymore since I'm doing a course with the Suns next year, so I'm not worrying about the exams, just more to spy on Horty through the wardrobe. What are you studying again? What's your course, mate? That sounds pretty cool. Big fella says, I was going to say, where is the great man? Yeah, I know. Where is he? Yeah, I know. It just doesn't feel the same without baggers, mate. Frank says, do you think Bailey Smith to Geelong? I do. I think he'll be here. Apparently, strong talks about Bailey coming down to the Cattery. And I mean, the bloke wants to play midfield, and rightfully so. Like, he's a midfielder. He wants to play in the centre bounce. And the Cats desperately need someone like that. I mean, we've been linked to Parrish and Smith. I definitely prefer Smith. I mean, he's not even 23 yet. And he hasn't played good footy for a while. Almost since the 2021 final series, he hasn't quite been the same. And I feel like, he was okay last year at times, but to me, it hasn't felt like he's been at his best. But no, I think with a new club, new lease on life, new position, he could explode. Western Port hit me with a quiz time. Oh, bro, come on, man. Be patient. Nah, probably will be an earlier quiz time because there's not as many people on tonight, but probably the best chance ever to win it. 6 or 7 people, maybe 10 people might be in the quiz. Jonas says the boutique Saints Ross Lyon already has a Rolodex of excuses ready for when they get beaten. What a loser. Why did the scared cats roll over on their belly? Oh, mate, we were cooked, bro. We were cooked. Give credit to the Saints. They're defensively very good. Say what you will about them. Defensively, very good side. Oh, Chappie. Hey, Shorty from Bali. Nice, man. How's it going? How long are you over there for, mate? That's cool. Things going great from a health point of view here. Harvey, do you think Danger will play next year? Got his premiership last year. Has Brownlow? What does he need to do now? Yeah, I think he will play, but you're right. He doesn't have almost anything else to achieve. I think captaining the club goes a long way. I think he'll feel like an onus to do that more than for just 1 year. But yeah, I could see next year being his last. He's still playing good footy, but he's also throwing in a few more games where he does look old and he's struggling. So I wouldn't be shocked. Like the Cats will have a few that retire and a few that they move on. So we probably don't want a big cluster of players going all at once. Amusement says, It's a diploma of sport and diploma of management slash leadership partnered with TAFE, but at the Suns facility. So the networks and connections will be handy. Dimmer will become best friends with me. That's cool, man. That's awesome. Any jobs you go for, mate, you'll have to put me as a reference. That's exciting though. Western Port, thoughts on my beloved Bombers' performance last week? Oh, bro, that was disgraceful, man. What was going on there? I was at a mate's. It was his birthday. We're just chilling. Just goal after goal. Just mark inside 50 after mark inside 50. I could not believe it. So it was a pretty stunning loss. So I must have been hard watching for you, man. Chappie, good mate, having a great time. Way hotter than Melbourne here for 2 weeks. Fuck, nice. Yeah, lucky you, mate. I'm a bit over this weather. I really am. I've probably been saying it for weeks now, but you forget how shit the weather is for so long. Like, I always know that June, July are average, but we're late August and it's still much of a muchness. Like 17s and 18s. Like next Tuesday's 22 and sunny, so maybe that might be a sign of the times because I miss the sun. I really do. I really do. Like, there's just something that brings you up a bit more when the sun hits you back. You look out, it's nice. I mean, I can understand that old seasonal depression thing, mate. Because fuck it out, this weather is shit. Mitch says Marshall VC led C this week. Also, surely you do BBL Supercoach as a piss take in the summer for entertainment. I don't mind those VCs and Cs. I'd also look at someone like Sicily, even though he didn't do too well the other week, and Tim English as well against very inexperienced cats in the ruck should be considered too. And I actually don't do BBL Supercoach. If I did, it would be an absolute piss take. But I don't even follow it. I would pick a team and I'd forget to make a move or I'd forget to do something because I actually don't follow it super close. Like if it's on, I'll watch it. Dad watches it a fair bit, so when I go around, I'll have a look. But yeah, I've never done it before, so it's crazy. Amusement says I must say it was 27 degrees and sunny again today. Oh man, trust me, the temptation is there, but I mean I've got the job down here, friends and family. Fuck. Chappy, I'll try bring some sun back for you. Yeah, please do, mate. Please do. Enjoy, man. Have a couple of have a couple of pina coladas by the pool for me, would you? Harvey, my friend from school, which we both live in Melbourne, travelled to Sydney to watch his Bombers play. Oh no. He came back home straight after that and he landed 4 hours before the game. Oh no. That's brutal, bro. When you travel to a game, you really want your side to be competitive. And they got the total opposite. So that's rough. Oh, you poor mate. Frank Butters is captain. He's been dominating. He has been dominating, and they've got Richmond who aren't doing anything amazing and don't really tag. So don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. Oh, and look who it is. Baggers. Hello, Horty. If it is the biggest and best man around, but I may be back on, got a good meeting. Apparently, the lines aren't good. Was a good sniff. I thought maybe back in 20 to 30. Didn't fully comprehend much of what he just said. Um, oh, right. Golf meeting. Yeah, righto. Fair call, mate. You'll have to inform me of what this golf meeting is. Jesus, that's sounds like all sorts of suspicious. Harvey, I do BBL Supercoach. Nice. Well, I probably will end up like picking a team, but following it closely, probably doubtful. Big fella getting around him. Frood, full steam ahead for getting Tex in. His push for Coleman. Brass out for the year. McGovern sore. Yeah, well, He is going to get fed, you would think. AFL loading goal. Where is he on the Coleman? How close is he? Yeah, so he's got 8 to make up, but that is even more reason for them to absolutely feed him. So could be a popular trade. It could be a popular trade. Harvey, he was enjoying it so much he started cheering for the Giants. Oh no. God, Jesse Hogan just turned into Wayne Carey, mate. It was crazy. John says, Shorty, what's your handicap? How you going, John? No official handicap. So I haven't played golf for a bit. I'm looking forward to a hit soon. If I was to give you an indication of how good or bad I am, best I've ever hit was 88 at a course which is pretty easy. And that was over 18, not 9. Um, and normally when we play 9, I'm aiming for like 45 or under. But on a tougher course, things can blow out to triple figures very, very easily. So there's a few courses around Geelong which I know well and don't have too much to think about. So I'm always hoping for something in the 90s there. But we went and played at a tough course, Anglesea. And I think front 9, we only played 9. I reckon it was in the 60s. I reckon it was. I was getting roasted. Yeah, tough course. How about you, mate? Amusement. It's my 18th birthday today. No way. I was planning a trip down south to view some puppies playing finals footy and catching up with mates in Geelong. Those plans have temporarily gone out the window. Oh, mate. Well, happy birthday, mate. Why have the plans gone out the window? What's going on there? Jonas, Shorty, do you know Damo Jackman from Supercoach Edge? Do you think the DJ 3000 from The Simpsons could replace him and Liam anytime soon? Yeah, I did a little collab with them. Um, yeah, nice fella. But I what's his DJ 3000? Here it is. You're gonna have to jog my memory here. Fuck. Oh gosh. Nah, nice fellas. They were great for a chat, actually. I look forward to doing some more collaborations next year. Did a few this year as well, which was cool. John, sounds like you are a pretty handy golfer. Oh, thanks, mate. Like I would say on a course that I know, I'm solid, but um can still duff a chip like no other and can still slice that driver. If it's not on, it can go all over the place. So when I'm playing consistently, yeah, they can come out okay, but I'm still on that stage where if I hit a par, I'm pretty happy. And I'll take a bogey more often than not. Frank, do you think Anglesea is harder than Kerr Lewis? I haven't played Kerr Lewis in a while. I would say Kerr Lewis would have to be tougher. I mean, without playing there recently, it just from everything I hear, I would imagine Kerr Lewis is harder. But yeah, no, Anglesea was just challenging, like much longer course. Plus, we didn't know it, so that doesn't help sometimes. But yeah, definitely put us in our place. Baggers, I may be back sooner. Going to try and get kicked out meeting. All right, mate. We'll see you soon. Fucking hell, the voice is struggling. Jonas, Charlie Constable had 41 in the VFL. The next best player was 31. Who does he have to kill to get a game? Yeah, what has this bloke done? Maybe amusement can have some access here when he's at the Suns, but I don't know what he does wrong. Like, I'm sure he does something not AFL standard, but doesn't most players? Like, don't most players have some deficiencies? Like, how does he do so much? Like, he must do something that coaches hate. Because he played good footy at the Cats, got dropped, and never got back in. Same happened at the Suns. I don't know what he's done. Amusement says dogs coming ninth and finals being top 8 is hindering my plans. Muscles. But if we do make finals, it to be against Carlton, which should be absolutely juicy or saucy even. Surely that's even more incentive to come down, mate, and barrack hard for the dogs to get them into the finals. Surely, mate. But hey, each to your own, each to their own. Corey says scored 2295 with 20 players last week. Made a grand final where played a guy who had 19 and scored 2130. He had Keys over Soldo, emergency on bench, and Drury for liver cover. Yeah, there'll be a few sides out there with not a full complement of players, but good luck for the granny, Corey. Um, hopefully you've got closer to 22 players this week. Hopefully you get a few back, but because you certainly might need it to win the grand final, I reckon. Big fella says if he plays next year, we start him as a rookie. Is that in regards to Constable? No, I wouldn't think so because he'll be priced pretty awkwardly. Even though he hasn't played many games, he will have an average, if that makes sense. And you know what'll hurt too is like I reckon Toby Conway has every chance to play this week for the Cats, which just like Josh Goda last year, that round 23, or in this case, round 24 debut for a potentially great rookie will probably put him more around the 200K mark as opposed to 123. So I reckon Toby Conway will play a bit of footy next year, but we're probably going to have to pay a little bit extra for him now if he does play. John says Constable must be the worst bloke ever. Isn't it crazy to think like you watch players each and every week and you're like, wow, they can't do this or they can't do that, or like there's a fair few players that do have flaws and that's fine. They got strengths too, but like Constable can win the inside pill. He can rack up 30. Even at AFL level, he's done that. He's got like a knack of kicking goals. Like it's amazing that there just isn't a spot for him across two clubs. It's crazy. Frank says, will Constable get a game with Dimmer coaching next year? Well, that might be his only hope. It might be, but I mean, Chris Scott had a look at him. A fresh set of assistant coaches would have had a look at him. And then Dew, and then Stephen King. So, yeah, I don't know. Amusement says, no, those plans were for finals. Only have one mock exam before finals week, so I could leave on the Wednesday. Never going to Alphabet Stadium again after a decade of depression, PTSD, you know. Oh, mate. I don't think you've won there for like 20 years, but this would have to be your best chance because we are going to be young. We're going to be so young, and you've got all to play for. Corey says it was like Jacob Ryan, but luckily got concussed. And Huswaite went well for the Hawks. Why couldn't he have not been a late in for Newcomb and scored 80 odd? Yeah, I know. It is frustrating. I mean, it's just the nature of it, isn't it? Like there are going to be players that just get lobbed in and play a game or two towards the end of the season. But it's tough when we're like, yep, there's a couple of rookies just at the window. Like they're going to be 180K or 210, you know. Jonas, how's the AFL media getting Goodwin, the grinner on the pills, confused with straight edge Clary Oliver? What is that all about? Now, is that in reference to McGuinness or something? You're going to have to clarify on that one for me. Frood says, forward line looking bare next year. Wonder if Walshy or Petrarca, after 65 plus percentage in the forward line, could get over the line, or if Luke Craxton or Flanders end up F1. Also, how'd Baslenka get 22 under 22 over Nick Martin? Some big robberies as of late. Don't get me started on the Crom game. Oh, yeah, next year will be really interesting. And there's always a few surprises that get forward eligibility. Like, there's always a few we don't expect. So, hopefully, we get a couple. But yeah, the forward line is always a bit tricky. And yeah, Nick Martin surely deserves to be in there. Like Bailey Smith, almost living a little bit off that name and reputation, maybe, but hasn't had as good of a year this year. Amusement. We had all to play for against West Coast, yeah. and still, well, weren't overly good. 50-50 game, in my opinion. Got to put the pressure on the Giants in the last game. Yeah, I mean, it's a good point, to be honest. Yeah, you had the finals on the line last week and couldn't produce. I mean, it's a fair point. Just because teams need to play well doesn't always mean they do. So it's a fair call. Yeah, it'll be tough. I mean, I'm looking forward as a Cats fan to seeing some younger players, some new players, because we've had the same sort of blokes, going for ages now. But let me just plug my charger in. Cameron says, "Well, shorty, it's a ghost town this time of year in here." I'm a Port supporter lapping it up down here for the Crows shambles. Yeah, nah, not too many. Like this is the absolute true fans are here, mate. It is not as many in say round 1 or 2, but that's okay. That's okay. We're here each and every week talking a bit of shit, and we'll have the quiz as always, probably in about 20 or so minutes. But you would be a happy man, mate. Those Crows are going off, and to be fair, they've got a bloody good point. They were robbed. Corey says, hearing Prestia may head back to Queensland, a rumour may play under Dima Harbour. Yeah, I heard that on the radio as well. Wouldn't that be strange? Like, I don't know. I mean, how old is Dion Prestia? So he's, yeah, okay, righto. So Prestia is basically 31. I wouldn't want him. I wouldn't want him if I was Gold Coast. You've got Anderson, Rowell, Miller, and Flanders. I'll be playing all 4 of those guys ahead of Prestia. Like Prestia got moved out. Like Dimmer actually moved him out of that centre bounce at the start of the year, and McQualter brought him back in. So I wonder. I reckon they're better off without him. John, what happened to McRae this year? Cost me my season. Yeah, he probably cost me too, actually. Getting subbed off, probably. You never quite know what he would score, but it definitely cost me 2 leagues, I reckon. One of them, all I needed was 8 points. But, I mean, it's hard to know exactly what happened. His role certainly changed. So he got moved to a bit more half-forward flank, a little bit more centre bounce without Libba, but he certainly became used a bit more sparingly. So, yeah, it's a bit of a surprise because I honestly thought he's still at a reasonable age. I thought he'd just keep giving and giving, but wasn't to be. Corey, like the 2020, was Hugh Greenwood, Brayshaw, Simpkin, Petrarca, Darcy McPherson. Were all good picks in the forward line that we didn't expect to be good. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes it does catch us by surprise. So we might have to wait a little while before we know who we've got to deal with in the forward line, but I'm sure there'll be some players that offer us something. Jonas says apparently Goodwin is a pain pill popper. Oliver didn't do the white powder like Ginnivan, DeBlowy, or Crouch. Well, geez, where is your source here, mate? This is some pretty scandalous stuff, my friend. Amusement says, how about Durais' act being worse than McCartan's? I haven't caught up to speed with all this. I haven't watched much of 360 in that, but you can definitely fill me in if you would like. But how about Tyler Sonzi, like in the VFL, just whacking a bloke? That was pretty hectic. And only getting like 5 down to 3. That's crazy. Harvey, he is out this week. McRae, apparently delayed concussion symptoms. Right. How's that going to affect me? I'll probably have to. Oh, yeah. I'll probably just field Windhager. Yeah. Not ideal, guys. Not ideal. And he's another one that I brought in, really hoping would just be dominant. So let's have a bit of a recap of Jack McRae's inclusion in the shorty side. Amusement says McRae's just washed getting on that Lions trajectory. Yeah. Yeah, he's probably placed himself into that never again category. So I bought him in after I reckon it was after the back-to-back 145s in round 11. And I thought, geez, he's really just he's back to his McRae of old. Then he went 108, 120. I'm thinking, yeah, nice. 81, 107. So that's a pretty solid first month for Shorty Supercoach. But recently it's really dropped off. Not disaster, but just 81, 89, 91, 122, 87, 57, and of course the sub affected 49. So 13 possessions. And that was in 3 quarters of footy without Liberatore. So I thought without Libba, I thought McRae's going to score really well. Let's have a look at the Dogs' centre bounce setup. Fuck me. So yeah, McRae had 53% centre bounce, and that is from 3 quarters. So he was probably around 60. So they really went hard on Treloar and Bontempelli. Bailey Smith was in there a bit, and then they just threw Caleb Daniel in there a little bit, and Cody Waitman for one of them. Yeah, so it's interesting, isn't it? You think if Bailey Smith leaves, McRae starts to struggle. They already lost Dunkley. It's very interesting. John says Windhager has been so good. Yeah, that has been one that has been a really good trade for me and probably many others. He's really been a nice selection for us. That dual position, handy scoring, very, very good stuff. Jonas says Tim English thought he would be enjoying a relaxed BJ on Sunday and instead copped a hard stick. What a pounding Eagles gave the Dogs. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I could not believe it. It was one of those games where I was like, you're just waiting for the better team to put the foot down and take it away, but never happened. Corey says DPP rounds will be crucial next year with forward status players at round 6, 12, and 18. Yeah, no, you're right. It is interesting that it's been a bit hit and miss, those dual position players when they get it, isn't it? Sometimes it's been super handy and then hasn't always been great for us. But like a lot of us bought in Gorn expecting DPP, never happened. So I think it eventually happened. Or might have been Petrarca or Merritt or Walsh. Yeah, it's interesting. Oh, Baggers is in town. Now my meeting, I was told I may leave as I said Lord Hawdy, aka further was, or even father, he probably means, was summoning me. I said we were watching a mushroom foraging video with other members. Now I must make up for lost time, and time is money. Corey says you should have brought back Goulden at the time over McRae Hawdy. Yeah, probably should have. I can't remember if I had the money to or where it was all at, but yeah, just we had to bring up Goulden, didn't we? We just had to. Sorry, guys, we just jumped in. I took the day off work. I'm not feeling 100%, so just coughing and spluttering a bit. But Bagger says, I have an important question. All right, hit me, mate. Hit me. Jonah says, we got a golden shower alert. We got a golden shower alert. Unzips for Cribs. What's going on, mate? How are we? Good to see you. Harvey says Windhager has been scoring so good because he has been moved to half back with Sinclair going in the midfield a bit more, getting pushed out there again now that Sinclair is at half back. Yeah, no, that's good. Good observation there. I think Windhager's probably destined for some midfield minutes in the future, I would imagine, but certainly had some handy scores off half back, hasn't he? It's a perfect place to chill in the AFL footy. Half back is a bit of a dream ride. Jonah says, Shorty, they should change the name of the show to Russell Coitus Nut Busting Adventures. That's funny. I don't mind that. Here we go, baggers. Is it a red flag if a Sheila sells her photos in the bio has a link? We must say it's above a 7.5, so it's like owning a BMW that's 6 years old and nice, but not the full kit and caboodle. It's a bit of a red flag for mine. Like I'd be a little uncomfortable if my missus was selling some gear, or if I was talking to a girl hoping to maybe go on a date or something, and she was, on the old OnlyFans or something. But having said that, they can make some serious coin. And if anyone wanted to buy Shorty's photos, I'd probably do the same. I wouldn't be going all out, like I wouldn't be putting my face in it. But man, if you can make that sort of cash, sometimes I'm like, shit, this is a smash and grab type stuff. Well, if it's that way inclined, mate, probably not a big issue because probably just adds to the story. But Frank, I think you will pick Gordon first pick next year. Yeah, I reckon I might. Just to start the therapy, mate. Harvey says, might play more midfield this week because he might tag Neil like he did last year. With Ross out, it helps. Yeah, true. Ross out. Yeah, good point. Call it Donkey Kong. Western Port, how much? How much for what? Corey says, I had my draft grand final this week. Oh, hello. It was 4 on field where I had Marshall, Bontempelli, Jackson, and Sicily versus Briggs, Sinclair, Gordon, McRae. It was 509 to 434. I had a comfortable win. Nice work, mate. Would have been tight at times, though, particularly when Sicily wasn't going too great, but you did well. Now a recommendation. Okay. Jonas, I enjoy the occasional smash and leave myself. Come on, Jonas. You got to have some respect, mate. Got to treat these ladies with respect, man. Jesus. I don't reckon the quiz will be quite as late this time around. Maybe tick after 8:30, see how we're travelling. Oh, shit. Harvey, please tell me you're not using the same tissue over and over and over again. This is a new tissue, but I have been using a couple of different ones. But currently, it's all I got. So, do I have anything down here? I do have another tissue. Thank fuck for that. When I came in here, I was just screwed a couple of tissues and put them in my pocket. But I've had to have used them a little more than anticipated. Baggers, I did notice an unreal amount of paper bags in your car. Surely it ain't that small. Oh, shit. When was I filming in my car? I can't remember. Corey, is it challenging this week? What do you reckon the most people will get? Oh, the quiz. Yeah, I think the first, I reckon early on there are a few tough ones. Shorty's the recycling king. Oh, shit. I don't reckon anyone will get 11, mate. I reckon 10 might be the winning score for the quiz. Oh, Shorty's bloody cooked, man. I don't know if I look cooked, but fuck, I feel cooked. Please give me a good sleep tonight. Far out. I should go full Eminem. Harvey says, is there not 12 this week? No, there is 12. There is 12, but just saying in terms of a winning score, I reckon 10 is pretty good. But hey, if you reckon you get 12 out of 12, mate, Dang, sure you look cooked, mate. Lay off the pipe, especially working with the kids. Bit of respect. Oh, I wasn't working with them today, mate. I had to take the day off. Ugh, not feeling great. But hey, we're here. I thought last one for the year. Well, I will have a quiz night, but I thought I can't call in sick to the quiz. I've just got to find a way to push through. Jonas says, damn, the AFLW started early this season. Essendon got thrashed against the Giants. Yeah, I don't know if don't know when the Cats are playing. September 2nd. Yeah, righto. So that's pretty soon. Yeah, I'll try and get to a few more AFLW games, I think. Cats started to go a little bit better last year, so I might get around them. Corey, I hope Aussies versus England final in the ODI World Cup in England in India would be good. When does that start again? I heard the squad in that. Bagger says, Shorty, as you worked in the courier, thoughts on what would happen with this? All right, hit me, mate. Corey says they were practice matches. It starts September 1. Yeah, right. Fair enough. Oh, Jesus. Baggers says this is in relation to getting my journalism advice. My sister plays footy, and the other side had 5 rebel players. 2, however, are only played 2 games, so not qualified. Will they get kicked? Yeah, I would say that's pretty poor performance. You got to qualify; it's there for a reason. So get the investigation going, mate. They shouldn't be doing that. They shouldn't be doing that. He says, "Oh, King hit their coach." Otherwise, come on, mate. Don't resort to violence, bro. Come on. Yanchi looking good, Mr. Short. See, this is a man that just respects it. You know, even when I'm feeling a bit under the weather, not feeling the greatest, he still comes in and pumps me tires up. Good to see you, Daniel. Corey says, can't wait for AFLW fantasy to start. When are they going to do AFLW Supercoach? Surely. Jonas, Shorty, how will you manage the 3 shake rule at the AFLW games? I'm just going to go past that one. Baggers says, thoughts on Zeeble? No, it was pretty horrible what happened, wasn't it? Well, it was very horrible. Kind of sad that a bloke just can't go out and celebrate his final game of his career and have a few drinks. But there are a lot of dickheads out there. I've never really come across too many of them out when I've been out, but you can and probably for someone like Zeeble, maybe he got targeted. I don't know, but pretty shit performance. Yeah, not good. Oh, Jonas, you're a dangerous man. Yenchi says Sarah Perkins' captain would be a lock each week. Bloody oath. Hey, Luke, what's going on, man? Hey, Shorty, how are you? Who do you think will finish 8th? Oh, mate, I'm not great, to be honest. I'm a bit sick, just feeling pretty average. So, who will finish 8th? Let's have a quick look. I actually think the Dogs will. I think the Dogs will. I do think, pains me to say, but we'll be so young, so inexperienced. I think they might come down and beat us this week. And I don't see the Giants beating the Blues. So I think they might just pip them. Baggers, when pissing in the toilets at AFL, I will show you how to assert alpha mentality. I'm ready to hear this. Luke says, I'm all right. What are your thoughts on the Cats resting players this weekend? Yeah, I think that's just par for the course. I mean, when you can't make finals, you send blokes off early for surgery. You may as well play some youngsters. So I've got no issues with it. Just like I've got no issues with if you're Collingwood and you want to rest players, go for it. That's why I hate the pre-finals bye. If you've locked in a top 2 or a final spot and you can afford to rest some players, credit to you. It should be an advantage. Baggers, when you run the course and you got the floodgates still letting some through, swing this like a helicopter. I'd imagine that would get some looks. Yeah, I would imagine so. Jonas, the Cats got desexed against the Saints, so will never be the same again. Nah, we'll be back, mate. We'll be back. A couple of tough times, a couple of changes, maybe a bit more youth in there, but we'll be all right. Frank, they haven't beaten Geelong at Geelong for 20 years. No, I know, very much so. But I mean, these things eventually come to a run. I mean, Geelong haven't had many dead rubbers in 20 years either. Maybe one. Um, and the Dogs, like we said before, just because they've got a lot to play for doesn't mean they win. But geez, they've got to put in a better performance than last week, surely. Dating advice, sure, mate, sure. I mean, a good start would just be a girl to go on a date with, mate. That'd be a good start. Double date baggers. What do you think? But I'm a bit concerned about taking dating advice from you. That concerns me a little bit. Luke says, "What were your thoughts on Damien Hardwick being appointed as Suns coach?" Yeah, pretty amazing for the Suns. Like, it's probably the worst kept secret, wasn't it, from an AFL point of view? But I think that'll be a massive thing for Gold Coast. I think he'll be able to be the first guy to take them to finals and have some genuine success. But yeah, very funny seeing him in a Gold Coast Cairns. It seems like only yesterday he was in the Tigers. So it's always strange, but I think he'll do some good things for him. Western Port says, last live stream this year for you to tell me what school you work at. Oh, no, you might. I've got one more probably. I've got one more. I'll do the quiz night, mate. And I might go live on TikTok a couple of times, but um, here's the dating advice, I think. Baggers, arrange the dates on dehydrator. Oh, this is just gone. On dehydrator trays, skin side down. Dehydrate at 125, wearing disposable gloves. You are an idiot. You are an idiot. At first, I wasn't sure where you were going with this. And that's not bad. So are you a single man as well, Baggers? Eh? Luke, also, what were your thoughts on the ending to the Adelaide Sydney game? Yeah, far out, mate. That was nuts. That was nuts. I mean, I don't know how they butchered it so badly. I mean, it's a massive mistake from the umpire. How none of the other umpires either saw it or felt obliged to at least question it, I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see what changes are made off the back of it. I don't like the 8-second delay to give the arc a chance to check. I think it's good that we play on from the square pretty quickly, or at least gives the option to. I think any close ones, just continue play. And, for like the example last week, I think in future, let Sydney play on, check it, hang on a sec. Yep, okay, that's a goal. And then we just delete that 20 seconds. It's a bit strange, but you sort of take it to the centre bounce. Those disposals, none of that counts. It's null and void. Because, yeah, I don't think we want a delay to the game, but we got to get it right. Jonas says, Mr. Chol better watch himself around Tukey, the squirrel gripper. Mr. Hardstick announced as coach is sending shivers down his. I don't know who comes up with the weirdest stuff, Jonas or Baggers. I really don't know. Sub kick still going to happen. Yes, of course, mate. I will try and get that running over summer. So you'll have to keep an eye on the channel, even if you're not checking as regularly. You'll have to keep an eye on it because I will post a video with probably at least 2-3 weeks' notice. But once we get a bit better weather, for sure. We might get the quiz code out soon too. I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. Luke says, agree with what you said about the ending of the Crows and Swans game. By the way, Damien Hardwick looked so relaxed in Gold Coast and looked tanned. Yeah, didn't he? How weird was that TikTok where he's like, "G'day, Gold Coast," and just like stares. It's bizarre. Harvey, did you hear what Hoyne said on SEN about Geelong and the era might not be over? He named over half your list and said they aren't even over 25. I did hear that, and I don't agree. I personally think we will need to change the guard a little bit. Yeah, we've got some youth, but not much. Not much. And it's easy to say, yeah, we've got some of these guys, but as they get better, you also lose a stack of other players. Like, just look down back. Like, by the time they're getting good, maybe Tom Stewart's not as good. You know what I mean? So it works both ways. Yeah, we've got youngsters. Yeah, they'll get better. But you got to take into account that, well, Hawkins is probably gone. Cameron will be closer to his twilight. Stewart, Dangerfield will be done. So, yeah, I'm certainly not expecting an absolute bounce back, but I think we'll be okay over the long run. Baggers, West Coast ruined my Tassie trade plans. I was hoping the developed Harley. Oh, that's right. So I could get him in for draft picks. I want to beat him and beat him badly. Luke said, yeah, lol. Also, who do you think will finish last? um, well, I don't think it'll change. I don't see North Melbourne winning this week. I mean, Tassie, they're not bad down in Tassie, but West Coast won't beat Adelaide. So, no, I see it staying the same. I think North will finish last. Let's get this quiz code, shall we? But yeah, like I said, we'll do a bit of a quiz night over the next few weeks. But I've really enjoyed the lives. I've really enjoyed them. Seeing new familiar faces, and I know we talk about a fair bit of shit and throw a bit of random stuff around, but I hope you guys really enjoy it because I certainly do. What do we got here? Just loading a little code. 842455. Always helps when you unmute that. Yeah, hit me with the nun, mate. Hit me with the nun. And yeah, I was saying, Frank, that I agree with you. I think Geelong and Richmond are sort of too proud of a club, too well run to absolutely bottom out. But yeah, probably a few years away from top four contention. And who was your Gridley unicorn, Corey? That's pretty sick. Jonah says Harley Reid knee pads top selling item at the Kangaroo. Luke's got a stat for us. Geelong's win-loss record right now is the same win-loss record they had in 2006. Yeah, righto. And that was one of the other years we missed finals, wasn't it? Hey, Jono, what's going on? Shorty, how you going, big fella? Missed the past few weeks, but glad to get on the finale. Good to see you, mate. I'm not going too great, to be honest. I've been sick today and took the day off work. First day off from work all year, but so yeah, it's a bit of a struggle, but we're here. We're running through it. I will be very keen to just hit the couch, watch 360, and just. Whew. I just chucked in the website there for you, Yenchi. Look, it is the one you're after. A couple of the lads let me know I was muted. Thank you. Harvey, not including the Dogs game, I had a combined margin in tipping for this week of 5. Incorrect tips. Four points with Gold Coast and 1 point with Adelaide. Ooh, yeah, nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm out of me footy tips. I'm fifth in the work one, but I can't catch the person in first. Disappointing. Bagger's got the rhino. Nice. Shorty Shit Talkers League. Lock us in for next season. That's it, mate. You guys are the true fans out there, so I do appreciate it. There's a lot of people, which is fine. Just tune in for the early parts of the lives and early parts of the season. But you guys will be the ones that I remember for next year, and the familiar faces will always shine through, even in round one when it's going crazy and we're getting heaps of questions. I'll remember you guys. Nice. Thanks for letting me know, fellas. What are you talking about, Bags? What is going on? Corey says Mark Roberts, who had played 150 games for Sydney, but also played for North as well. What era was that? Jeez. Luke, yeah, and Mark Thompson almost got sacked in 06. Yeah, I know. That was crazy times. The city was going nuts because 06 was meant to be that year that we were going to do well. Building in 04, 05. And that was the year that I think we lost that game against West Coast down here where we led by like heaps. They're about to turn the whole joint up. Bagger says, what's worse than stubbing your toe? Not much, mate. Painful stuff. Watching Essendon is not bad from Western Port. Baggers says, we need a 2-monthly catch-up on the off-season, brother. Baggers is a lost soul on Wednesdays now. May need that only fans, Sheila. That's not bad by you. Oh, fucking hell, bro. Oh, save me. Save me. But no, we'll definitely have plenty of catch-ups, mate. We'll hopefully have the sub kick. I'll probably go live on TikTok and the occasional YouTube, but I'll see how I'm feeling. You might just see me bob up randomly. Jono, inspirational short 8 will always remember the faithful. Yeah, that's it. That's it, mate. I genuinely do appreciate it. Harvey, Shorty, are you going to get the YouTube draft ready for next year? I remember wanting to get in your draft at the start of the year, and you said that you didn't have enough time to get it ready. Well, in the end, I actually had enough time, but I didn't have enough people sort of reply. I put it out there to email me or message me on my Facebook, and a few people did, but I really needed a set 8. So yeah, I would like to have a draft, but I can't guarantee it. I just need I need people that you can bank on to be in the league and to actually show up to the draft and that. But yeah, whoever wins my leagues and that type of thing will get if they message me, I'll give them an early code to the league, like a classic league, and maybe I can just gauge their interest for a draft. But yeah, if you're keen, mate, I'll put your name down and we'll see what we can do. Baggers, what do Pink Floyd and Princess Diana have in common? Oh, this. You're a bad man. You're a bad man. Corey, in the 90s, he won a premiership for North Melbourne in 96. The Fridge is his nickname, as like using guys who play for the club, but get the guy who always plays for less games at the obscure club. Yeah, that's a good tactic. That's a good tactic. John O'Bagger's going to be empty for 6 months. Looking forward to the first live back after the break. Yeah, he'll be in all sorts of form then, mate. He'll be all sorts. Frank says, but Geelong had Chapman, Ablett, and others playing twos in 06. Yeah. Well, by that stage, they would have been playing in the ones, but twos was probably more your 03. But you're right. I don't think we've got like Nevitt and White and a few others. But yeah, Conway, Shannon Neal. It's not quite the hype. Some youngsters, but we haven't really shown or been shown what they can do. So it'll be interesting. I'm keen to see some new players, but I've got no idea where the next few years lands for the Cats. Luke says, have really enjoyed every Wednesday night. Favorite part of the Wednesday is joining a live stream. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Can't wait for your quiz tonight. Nah, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. I really do enjoy it. I really do. And I needed it today because I took the day off and just went for a drive. It's just a long day. I was just feeling a bit like flat and not feeling too great. So it was good to jump on and have a chat. Jonas, Andrew Gaze is called Andrew Meat Gazer by NBA teammates. Why is SEM pushing this bloke so hard? That's an area I probably won't take part in, mate. Behaggers, Jono will get some content ready. Good. Luke, where were you at the Geelong v West Coast game? No, I wasn't. I don't know where I was. I reckon this was at the stage where I only went if Dad could go. And Dad mustn't have gone for some reason. I remember listening to it, I reckon, on the radio back in the day. Western Port excited for Snapper season, Horty. Mate, always. Bagger says, Horty, should I restart me round reviews and previews next year and actually do the year? I did a bit, but was Alder Pressy from Took C. Oh, mate, yeah, that's it. If you begin it, you gotta keep going, man. You gotta keep going. We'll collab, mate. We'll collab. All right, how many we got in the quiz? We got 19. I will put the code out one more time, and we'll start it pretty soon, I reckon. Boy, that's why I like using Gary Ablett Senior for the Hawks answer for things that involve him. Yeah, that's a good one. That's good. Harvey, yeah, I'm all in for classic and draft. Nice, mate. Nice. That's what we like. I think, yeah, I tried to reward the winners of the league, but there's probably a lot of people that might win a league and not even realize that they're entitled to get in a league next year. But yeah, I'll try and reward the people that always watch and or win one of the leagues and that type of thing. So got to reward the ones who are around for the long haul, the true fans. Luke, can't wait for the subscriber kick whenever it is. Yeah, absolutely. I'll put a video out probably closer to summer, but definitely. Oh, Cal's in. Pumped for your huge draft win, sure. Oh, thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm up and about, man. That's my number one thing I like to win each year. So done it 2 out of the last 3 years. So I'm pretty happy. Jono would love to join a league. Shorty currently 225 overall. Fucking nice. Yeah, for sure. I'll put a video out soon and just sort of be like, hey, if you won one of my leagues, you can message me on my Facebook, or I'll put my Shorty Supercoach Gmail out. That could be risky, but I will. So yeah. Baggers, Gary Buccanara loves the carbonara. He tells his wife to go find a new life. I want an Italian chick with no dick. How do you think of these things, man? Mitch, in top 10K, just hopefully I can stay there. Nice, mate. Good luck for this week. I think I'll go to the game on Saturday, Luke. I mean, I'm a bit disheartened, and Saturday night is a big commitment. So if something pops up that's a bit of fun, I'm 50-50, but I wouldn't mind going. Corey, no one will beat me at who can kick the furthest kick. I can kick more than 50 meters plus. Jeez, Corey's talking it up. Listen to him. Jesus. Oh, hey, Matty, what's going on? I'm new here to the channel. I swear I've seen your name before, mate, but it's good to see you. Are you going to join the quiz, Matt? If you are, I'll wait for you. If not, we'll start it now. Jonas, Shorty, if I ain't in your league next year, you will regret it. Jeez, just a subtle threat there from Jonas. Yes, posting on the talk, mate. I'd like to see that, Baggers. Western Port, I'm supposed to go to the Clash Friday night. Can't say I'm too excited to watch Essendon be thrashed. Oh, no. Get around them, mate. Just get around them. Be that diehard supporter. Harvey, it is. That was me before. That is my brother on a different device. Oh, yeah, fair. Well, I think we might be just about good to go on the quiz then, I reckon. Luke says, does Tizio ever go to the footy by himself, and do you ever go to the footy on your own? Nah. Normally with some, we'd always try to watch it together. So normally if like we're either all watching it on TV or most of us are going. If not, like we'll go with 2 or 3 of us, but pretty rare does it end up just on our own. Direct link by email. We'll see how we go. Boys. We'll try to share the love. Can't hand out too many free league codes, but obviously you guys are the tried and true. Definitely, Corey. I hope so. It's already up, baggers. Shit, I might have to have a look. Big fella, short hog. What can I do for talk follow? I upload footy edits. As in, you want me to follow you, or give me a follow, mate, if you haven't already. But yeah, I'll give you a follow, man. Shoot it through. What's your TikTok? Oh, baggers. Yeah, fair call, Harvey. Let's start, shall we? Let's start. Got 20 in here. Last home and away quiz for the year. Good luck. We will have a quiz night at a later stage, but all the best. Question 1. Jesse Hogan kicked 9 goals on the weekend, but how many marks did he take? 15, 19, 18, or 17? Oh, you Flynn. Righto. Yeah, nice. I didn't realise. There you go. I will have a bit of a look. I'll keep an eye out for you as well, mate. Thank you. Most of you's got that right with 17 marks. And to answer your question, Luke, or I'll answer it after this, Corey, Jono, Unzips for Crips, Harvey, and House in nice and quick there. I'll post a little bit over the summer, Luke. I want to try and just do some random prank videos around the house, but we'll see how that goes. I'll probably post some random stuff, but yeah, not putting any real expectation on it. I'll just see how we go. Which Eagle kicked 5 goals against the Dogs on Sunday? Bit of an easy one here, I reckon. Jamie Cripps, Oscar Allen, Jack Darling, Ryan Marich. Game's got a fair bit of coverage, so I reckon most of you will know it's Jamie Cripps. And yes, most of you saluting nicely there. Pregnant Shorty, Harvey, Causa, Jono, and Big Fella getting quick there. Corey's on top, and then Pregnant Shorty, Harvey, Jono, and Unzips for Cribs. Question 3. What number did Jack Zeeble wear in his debut year? 7, 12, 31, or 19? He wore, for just the 1 year, number 19. Wow, that really split you. There you go. 6 of you got it right, but 6 also went for 31. Big fella gets it. Corey gets it. He'll stay on top. Harvey, Caitlin, Jono. Nicely done, guys. Corey doing very well. Question 4. Ben Keys received the ball after which Swan kicked the ball out on the full, leading to what was a controversial behind, which we've certainly spoken about. Dill Stevens, Nick Blakey, Braden Campbell, or James Rowbottom. And if you actually watch it, it's kind of random. He blasts it. It should have been outside the 50, but it must have crossed the line so soon. It was a shocking kick. It was Braden Campbell. So again, a bit of a tough one. He launches it. And the ball goes 50 metres, but it must have almost exited that line straight away. Baggers wants a hoe. Caitlin, Mitch, Western Port, and Gramps in there nicely. Corey's still on top. Then Harvey, Jono, Caitlin, and Big Fella. Question 5. Which Gold Coast Sun had a shot on goal in the final minute of the game to defeat the Blues, but could only manage a point? Ben Ainsworth, Noah Anderson, Bailey Humphrey, or Sam Flanders? Couple of pretty tough questions, the last few. I wonder if a few of you guys can settle the ship and get this one right. It was Noah Anderson. Wheeled around onto the right from about 45 and just missed. Corey's putting on a clinic here. Jono doing well as well. Unzips for Cripps, Harvey, and Yancey. And that is the top. Yeah, okay. Lukey Max into 4th, but the top 3 stayed the same, I think. Question 6. There is only one team currently outside the 8 that can still make finals. Who is it? Barring some insane miracle, I think Essendon would have to win and make up 13 percentage points. So it's not Essendon. Even though in some bizarre mathematical situation they could. I think this is a pretty easy one. Yeah, there we go. Pretty easy one there. Harvey, Jono, Baslinka, and Corey, and then Caitlin. So Corey will stay on top. He does. Then Harvey, Jono, Caitlin, and Lukey Mack. Question 7, getting to the business end now. How many games did Damien Hardwick coach at the Tigers? So a few of you might have seen the coaching spreadsheet and resume posted around because obviously Dimmer's been in the news a bit. How many games did he coach? It was more than 300. It was 307. The majority getting that right. Nicely done. Luke Mack, nicely done. Cal, unzips the Cripps, Harvey, and Caitlin. So did Corey get it right? Could this be a changing of the leaderboard? Harvey on top. Nice. Fucking hell. Bro, I'm sick of this fucking cough, cunt. Who am I? I kicked 926 goals in my career. I'm a premiership player and have captained my club for 4 years. Oh, boy. It was Matty Lloyd. A few went Lee Matthews. I thought that might slip a few up. Luke Mack doing nicely. There's Caitlin. Corey hits back. Loose butt shorty. Baggers wants a hoe. So Harvey's on top. Corey, Luke Mack, Caitlin, and Jono. Nicely done. Question 9. Who leads the league for tackles? Tom Atkins, Jack Steele, Matty Rowell, or James Rowbottom? And I am limping to the line here, I tell you. Fuck. You'll have to forgive me for coughing. Absolutely coughing in your earbuds here, but I'm barely making sense anymore. Who got that right? I think it was Matty Rowell. Bit of a split, but 10 of you got that right. Big fella, Yancey, Caitlin, Western Port, and Loose Butt Shorty or Horty. So who's on top? Does Harvey hold it? Corey hits back by 4 points. This will be a very close finish. Question 10. Who holds the record for the most disposals in their debut VFL/AFL season? Now, if you've been paying attention this week, this one's pretty obvious. Dacos, Green, Williams, or Sheasel. Because, of course, this young fella broke it against Richmond on the weekend. It was, of course, Harry Sheasel. Cal, nicely done. Corey and Harvey having a very close battle. Unzips the Cripps. Yancey's hitting back nicely. He's into 6. Corey, Harvey, Caitlin, Lukey Mack, and Big Fella round out the top 5. Question 11. Which of these players played the most games? These can sometimes be tough. Two of these players are very well clear of the rest, and then the one who is on top, I think, is about 30 or 40 games clear from the other. So it is relatively clear cut. I'll be interested to see whether this slips a few up or not. It did. So Daniel Pearce is actually second. He's actually second, but it was Sanderlands. Bags wants a home. Mitch, Western Port, Baslinka, and Caitlin. Could this shake up the top few spots? Wow. Caitlin goes number one. Causer, Lucky Mack, and Harvey. This is a huge finish here. Good luck. Question 12. Which of these players had the most disposals last week? All from the Tigers. Taranto, Hopper, Bolton, or Dusty Martin? Probably one of the more thrilling finishes to the quiz we've had all year. Comes in the last home and away one. Good luck to you. It was Dustin Martin turning the clock back. Most of you guys get that right. In third position is Lukey Mack. Second is Harvey. And on top, I'll read out ones for you. Lick Caitlin Juice. You're a freak. Now, who was that? Who was that? Wow, Lukey Mack got 11. Good job. And Caitlin came from the clouds there. Just was there and abouts most of the time, but came to the lead in the last couple. Harvey. Corey was fourth. Big fella fifth. Baggers wants a hoe was sixth. Yancey did nicely, as did Unzips for Crips. Jono was around the mark for some time. Cal, Loose Butt, Horty, House, Manny McClellan, Baz Lenker, Gramps, Mitch, Western Port, Pregnant Shorty, and Chloe. Very nice. And Charlie McClellan just dropped away last minute. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right. So, did someone claim that? Who was that guy? Yeah. Thanks, Jono. Appreciate that, mate. You too. I'll see you around, I'm sure. Oh, no, Yancey. I thought you did sixth. Maybe you got a couple wrong you didn't expect, but yeah, good stuff, Luke. Well done. Nice, Matty. Oh, big fella. You have to tune into the quiz night, mate. Look out for a video that I'll post. I'll do a Wednesday, probably, around like week 2 or 3 of finals, or maybe week 1. I'll just see. But yeah, I'll start putting together a few quizzes and we'll just jump on, talk some trash, do some quizzes. So, oh no, baggers. Maybe Jonas, maybe. 7 out of 12 is pretty solid. Baggers, I don't know if that was you. Are you being serious here? Harvey, I was going to pick Rao, but I didn't. Wanted to get in quick, and I was going to pick Sandlands, but went Hill for speed because I saw his name quickly. Yeah. Those ones, I like throwing in the odd who am I and who played the most games or who kicked the most goals because they're a bit tough sometimes. Big fellas, thanks for the streams this year. Looking forward to quiz night. Good luck this week. Thank you, mate. You too. Always great to get you involved. And yeah, I'll certainly speak to you soon, mate. But enjoy your summer anyway if I don't see you soon. But I'm sure we'll catch up for that quiz night. Baggers, see you shortly. Have a good one, mate. Hope the old breathing cavity's clear like you're going to do on a Saturday night. Call him a plasterer. He loved to fill a hole in. Even brings in Jeff the GOAT. Now, appreciate it, mate. You've brought a lot of humour to the streams all year, man. Not all of it have I been able to comprehend, but it is amusing. And you're certainly a reliable contributor to the streams. The Jack Zabel question was the only one he got wrong. Nice. It's a good effort. See you, Western Port. Good stuff, mate. Um, See you, Harvey. Thanks, Luke. Good to see you, mate. I'll certainly see you on the quiz night. See you, Matt. Oh, Carl Bob's in. How are you, mate? Good to see you. It's not a Wednesday live without Carl dropping in. Corey stuffed up the hill one. Oh yeah, you said that. Yeah, brutal. Thanks, Yanchi. I'll see you around, mate. Thanks, Carl. Appreciate that, man. I hope you're well too. I'm a bit under the weather, to be honest, but yeah, I'll probably have the occasional live sesh, certainly through the finals, do a quiz night and stuff. I might bob up randomly on TikTok, but yeah, it's been fun, guys. I really appreciate all your support through the live streams. Thanks, Cal. You're a good man. See you, Luke. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. What's a bush in the hand worth, Shorty? Oh, trust you to say some weird ass shit, man. People's champ, unlike that poser, Errol Gordon. Don't listen to the haters. Trading out Gordon was golden. Thank you, mate. He's always got my back. He's always got my back. I might wind it up there. Sounds good, Matt. I'll definitely keep an eye out for you. I always go live on TikTok for about 30 minutes before YouTube. But yeah, this is obviously the last one for the home and away season. So thanks everyone who's got involved. Just the regular names each week is what makes this. So I do appreciate it. We talk a lot of shit, but it's so much fun. So I'd just be a bloke sitting here talking to no one if it wasn't for you boys. So I do appreciate you guys getting involved, giving me a laugh. And even on a day like today where I haven't been firing on all cylinders, you certainly crack me up and provide me with some good banter. So I'll definitely see you guys around over the off season. We'll have a sub kick and the occasional live and the quiz night, like I said. But if you don't see me or you just miss any of those, I wish you all the best over the summer. It's been a lot of fun. So we'll talk soon, no doubt. Have a good night. Good luck for this week if you're in any grand finals as well. Oh, Jonas, you're a freak. Who is your GF winner in AFLW if I don't see you before the season? Oh, geez. I don't know the AFLW too well, mate, but I feel like Adelaide is a pretty solid bet. I will try and get one in Melbourne as well, mate. That has been something I've been trying to do, but hopefully all in good time. Got some holidays over summer. See you, boys. See you, Matt. Catch you later, guys. Have a good night.